Welcome back to episode 8, I believe this is. Zebra. See what I have. This is where I document the journey and share what it's like to actually build a business. So let's get straight into it. Coming to you from Byron Bay, I am here with some friends that I actually met out in Bali a few months ago now. When I say a few months ago, I think it was more like July, August. Met them out there, and there was a group of us, and we're like, how sick would it be to go to Byron, to one of our friends' parents' place, and just hang out there for a month? So that's what the plan was, and that is what we're all doing now. So we're all out here chilling. We're in a beautiful home, very much just in routine, which has been really nice. Off the back of Port Douglas last week, where I did my last video, we got into quite a good routine there, and I didn't realize it was something that I really was lacking and needing. And so now it's been so nice just to continue that through over here in Byron. So there's a group of us here. There were 10 of us in total for the first week, and now there's about 4 or 5 of us floating around now. And then so some had an Airbnb nearby, and then we're in this house here, and it has been so good for the soul, just being with all our people. I think is the main thing. Like, just when you surround yourself with the people who light you up and bring ideas, support you, and just feel like genuine best friends, I think is just something I feel very fortunate to have. So it's been really nice to be here. I'm heading home for Christmas in a couple of weeks, which I cannot wait for. I've got a lot of plans to just switch off. I plan on putting my laptop aside for at least a week or two. I think it's really important. It's something I try to do every year, where I just put my laptop away, pretty much go on airplane mode for a decent amount of the time. I think it'll be a bit different this year now that I've got the community going. But as much as I can, I'll be switching off, because I think it's like the one time of the year where you can really just switch off. And everyone's on holiday mode, especially in New Zealand, where it's Christmas, New Year period, it's summer, same in Australia. And it's the one time that I feel I really can, because everyone else is. So I plan on doing that. So I'll be home for Christmas, going camping for New Year's way up north to the top of the North Island with some friends, which will be so good. And then doing another camping trip. And then from there, I have no idea what I'm doing. So starting to figure out my travel plans, and figure out what next year looks like. I cannot wait to do a big reflection on 2025, and then start to look at what my goals are and plans are for 2026, because we have like 2 weeks left of the year, which is absolutely insane. So those are pretty much my updates in terms of life, just around good people and routine, which feels really nice. Byron itself is absolutely beautiful. Every morning we wake up, we go to a cafe, play some Monopoly deal, play some cards, have coffee, go to the beach, have a swim, come back, breakfast, and then just lock into some work. And I love it. It feels really good, and I want more of this. So just trying to figure out what next year looks like to be able to implement that into it. Business updates and what's been actually going on in Collectively. It has really started to ramp up, which is really cool and really exciting, and I feel like I'm finally starting to get some momentum after taking about 2 weeks off, pretty much, where I was facilitating a retreat for another company. I just was not present in my business, and so I've used this time just to like really tap back into it, and I've felt very laser focused and just doing my thing. And it's interesting, because by being laser focused on the one thing, I'm really starting to see the results now of that, which is a great reminder just to like tunnel vision on the one thing and nail that and do that really well, and then from there start to look at the next thing and what that might be. So my focus purely in the business has been to get more members in the community. That is my number one focus at the moment. We have a couple of amazing members, and it's so cool to see the value that's happening. We had 2 of them meet up in person, which was incredible, just to see them and get the connection that they got. We've got a roomie here. I'm using his camera and his mic. Didn't say hi. And what are you doing? Here you go. You can give a little plug, but you're not my competition.
All right. Currently, I'm moving spaces. I've been working in my room, but it's getting dark and boring. but I'm building Dropout Blueprint, which is also a community. And it feels a little bit cliche to say because I feel like everyone's creating a community right now, but I really do believe that like if the world had more connection and communities, then it'd be way better. And I feel like as everything goes towards AI and social media, like we're losing it more and more. And I really do feel like that's the substance of life. But I won't take too much of your time. But check out Dropout Blueprint.
Only if you're a dropout.
Yeah.
Which I was. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, dropped out of high school. Yeah, claimed fame.
You should join up.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for that. Do you mind shutting the door? Thank you. I get nervous hearing people know that they can hear me talk. It's actually something that's been really good for me to practice, and like being around other people who create content and filming themselves talking and doing all sorts of things. It's like now for me to do that, I don't really care, and them seeing what I'm doing right now, it's like, yeah, it's just normal. So there's another thing, I guess, surrounding yourself with the right people. It doesn't feel cringe or stupid, because I feel like definitely doing this stuff can feel that way. But I think that's reminding me as well is that the purpose of these videos are not to be curated or special or highly edited or anything like that. Like, it's purely just to document the journey, and I want to be able to look back on these videos in years to come and see the little things that I was talking about that led to the bigger moves. And yeah, I think that's like the 1% that I can do right now just to document. So yeah, anyway, that's the point. That's this. Where was I? I have no idea. I think I was talking about just doubling down on the one thing, which right now for me is finding community members for the community, and by doing that I'm focusing on ads. So that takes me into what my focus has been at the moment, which is meta ads. So I feel like I'm really starting to nail it. I'm finding what works, and it's working. To start off with, because I'm fully transparent around here, I was literally spending $5 a day, and I managed to get a paid member out of that. And so for me, that was proof that it was working. I had a winning angle that was working. It was B-roll with a POV angle and some vibey music. And I was like, okay, this is working with $5 a day, which is just ridiculous. It's like nothing. And from there I was like, okay, cool, this is working. Time to double down on the ad spend. And now that I've got cash there to use, because everything right now is going back into the business, I was like, okay, I can spend this money going into it. So that's what I've done. So I've now upped the ad spend of like, I don't even know, not even quadrupled it. I've upped it quite a significant amount. And based off that, calls are getting booked in, and it's working. And it's really, really cool to see. Today alone, I had 2 calls with 2 different girls who, one is in Tahoe and one is in Sydney, and they were both the absolute vibe, very cool people doing very cool things, and both also building purpose-led businesses. And I think that's something that I'm really wanting to start to focus on and niche down to as well a little bit further, is that this is a space for early stage founders who are purpose-led. And that purpose to me is something that is kind of doing like a positive impact in some way, shape or form. It's not a dropshipping brand where it's just to make more money, which nothing wrong with that if that's what you want to do and that's what's going to bring you joy and fulfillment. But I want to create a space specifically for those people who are trying to create a positive impact on the world, which is not easy to do. And yeah, that's what I'm finding that this is starting to become. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a huge grand thing, even if it's to make one person's life better. That's what it's for. So yeah, just feeling really, really good about it, and I feel like it's slowly building momentum. I had a member the other day say to me that it's already paid itself off for her, and she's been a part of the community for about a month or 2. So that was really, really cool to see and hear as well. Very fulfilling, and yeah, just filled me up. Other than that, that is pretty much it. Outside of the community, I'm also working on a couple of client projects at the moment. One, I've been doing a design project, brand identity, brand strategy, marketing strategy, which I'm absolutely loving. And that's just like really filled up my cup in terms of just being creative. And then it's interesting because I'm using that creative muscle, I've started to come up with creative ideas for collectively as well. So that's been really nice. And yeah, I think I've just like from being in the house that I'm in, it's very chilled. There's a lot of music around. Rumi's dad is a musician who you just met. and there's just always jamming going on, and it's just a very relaxed, calm environment. I think naturally from being in an environment like that, the creative juices are starting to flow, and I'm feeling very inspired. So yeah, I guess that's the power of the environment that you're in, the people, the space, and yeah, actually, as I'm saying, this, a reminder to me that the importance that that has on how you show up as well and how you feel. So that has been a very good reminder. Um, that's pretty much it. I think this has been going on for quite a bit, so I will wrap that up. I would love to hear from you. Please comment below if you are loving these, what of these videos you're liking. I would love to hear any feedback, what you want to see more of. Yeah, seriously appreciate that. I feel like it's just friends that I'm talking to here. I don't actually know who's watching these. I hear a couple of you that tell me you've been watching them, and I'm like, sick, that's cool, thank you. But yeah, I just see a number and I have no idea who's watching. So if you are, please let me know. Would love to hear, drop a comment. And make sure you're subscribed as well so you don't miss any of these if you don't see them on Instagram or anything like that. See you next week.